from your notebook, you will get credit. So you get credit for writing this down. All right, first part of the lesson, part 1. We're going to talk about percents real quick. We actually talked about percents back in September, so it's kind of like a little review of percents. Who can tell me 25% is written how as a decimal?
0.25. 0.5.
So it would be 0.25.
Oh, yeah.
So 25% is written as 0.25. Thank you. What if I tell you 88%? What is 88%?
0.88.
Yep. So 88% written as a decimal is 0.88. All right. What about 50%?
0.5.
So there's 2 ways to write it. So you can write it as 0.5, or you can write it as 0.50. Some kids still keep that 0. Some kids drop it. They're both the same. They both equal each other, and they both equal 50%. So however you're used to writing it, I'm fine with it. Now, kids have a hard time with this one. 7%.
0.07.
Yes. So it is 0.07. But what do kids do? Kids will write
0.7, right? They will write that.
They'll not write this 0 down. They'll just write 0.7. 0.7. If you write it as 0.7, you're actually talking about 70%. You're actually talking about 70%. So be very, very careful what you write down. Because if you don't add that 0, you're talking about 70%. And that's a huge difference. Because we're not talking about 70%, we're talking about 7%. Now, how do we come up with these answers, right? Back in September, I think I taught you the word deep. Okay, and deep for me stands for decimal percent. And there's 2 E's because you're going to move the decimal 2 times. So for example, if I have 7%, the decimal currently is in the back. And I have to move it 2 times to the left to make it into a decimal. So I move it 2 times, 1 and 2. And because there's this extra blank space here, that's where I write the 0. So it would be 0.07. That's why we have this extra 0 in the front. Now, if it was 70%, the decimal, yes, is still in the back. You're still going to move it 2 spaces because there's 2 E's, 1 and 2. Now that decimal is right in front of the 7. No big deal. Right in front of the 7, like so. So 0.70. All right. So this is why we move it twice, and we have a decimal in the front. Okay? So that's basically what you've been doing up here. It's like, okay, 25%, 0.25. You move the decimal from here to the front. When it's 0.7, you add a 0 in the front. Are there any questions? So this should be a review. This is not new. This should be a review. Hence, we're going a little bit fast. Okay, try doing these 3 problems in your notebook real fast. Really, really fast. Do these 3 bottom problems in your notebook right now. Recording. All right, so the second part of the notes is on discount. Now, discount is Miss Lamelli's favorite math topic. It's my 100% favorite math topic. Guess why discount would be Miss Lamelli's favorite math topic?
Because you get a discount.
Yeah, and what does that mean?
It's cheaper. 20% off.
20% off. meaning I get to save money. And who does not like to save money, right? So discount, it's like Black Friday. You go to the store, you see a sign that says 50% off. You know right there you're going to save a lot of money, right? So I love discount because, hey, it's shopping and you get to save money, right? You spend less money, exactly, and then maybe you can buy something else because you're spending less money on this one thing. All right, so today we're going to learn about discount. So I've been wanting to buy the PlayStation 5, but I can't find it anywhere. It's all sold out. So you know what? I'm going to settle for the PlayStation 4. Boom. So I know that the PlayStation 4 costs, let's say, $460. But you write this down. But because there's a PlayStation 5 out there, the PlayStation 4 is like old news, right? They're going to have a discount on it because they actually want to sell them. Like the last couple that they have, they want to push them out. So the number one way to like empty the shelves is to offer a discount. So it is on sale for 40% off. Because, I mean, I don't really want it, but because it's on sale, maybe I'll get it, right? Okay. So there's going to be always two questions that I ask you for discount. How much do you save? And what is the new price? Okay? So you're going to be given information, and then usually there's two questions that follow. How much do you save? And what's the new price? I am saving 40%, but what is that in money? Like, what am I literally saving? Okay? So in order for us to do discount, there's always two steps involved. Okay? So for step number one, you're going to take your price of your item and you're going to multiply it by your percent written as a decimal. Okay? So step number one is to take your price and multiply it by your percent written as a decimal. Okay? When you do that, that will equal how much you will save. So your first step the answer to your first step is how much you save. Do I save $100? Do I save $5? Do I save $1,000? It's okay, Daisy.
So you times the two numbers?
Yes, but your percent needs to be written as a decimal. So some kids will be like, oh, 40%. So they multiply by like 40. And it's like, no. You gotta make sure it's written as a decimal. All right. Step number two in discount. So step number one is to multiply. Step number two is you take your price, still this same number that you worked with over here. You take your price and you're going to subtract your answer, your save. So whatever you solved for here, you get to write it over here. It gets transferred over. So you take your price and you subtract how much you save. When you do that, your answer is actually the new price. Okay? So you take first step, you multiply, and then second step, you subtract. But before we do our second step, we got to figure out this number because we're going to use it in our second step. Okay? So write this down. These are the two steps you're going to always use. So you want to make sure you write them down because this is like the formula. It's how to you bake the cake. You're going to need these ingredients. All right. So now let's work with this problem. So we're going to plug in our numbers. Step number one says the price. The price is 460. I'm going to say 460, and I'm going to multiply it by the percent. But it has to be written as a decimal. So 40%
0.4
is equal to, what is 40% written as a decimal?
0.4.
Yes. 0.4, 0.40. Okay, so you're going to write that down. 0.4, 0.4. All right, now, for the sake of everyone's sanity, You're going to take your calculator. If you have a phone, take it out, use the calculator. If you don't have a phone, you have an iPad, open up a new tab, Google search calculator, and let's use it. So you're going to type this in, 460 times point. If you write point, it automatically puts at 0, which is awesome, 0.4, equals 184. So I'm going to write that down, $184. This is how much you're going to save. So I'm going to save $184 if I go to the store and get this this sale, right? All right, but is this how much I'm going to pay? Nope. I still have to do the second step. Step number 2.
So you save $180. No, it's $184.
$84, yes. And in step number 2, you're going to take your price, which is still $460. You're going to subtract whatever you got here. So we're just going to plug it in here. Okay, I write down the problem. Even though I'm using a calculator, I still write down the problem. I'm still telling Miss Lomelli, hey, Miss Lomelli, these are the 2 numbers I plugged into my calculator, and I'm subtracting it. Awesome, cool. So you take your calculator, take 460.
276.
This is my new price. So my new price is $276. So I went from $460 to just paying $276 before taxes. Saving a lot of money, right? Trying to. All right. What are you guys into? What do you guys like buying? What's something that you would like to buy that's pretty expensive? Maybe you're saving for it, or in your wildest dreams you would like to buy this.
Like how expensive? Like in the hundreds?
Motorcycle?
Expensive. Car.
Like
Some Gucci
Phone?
shoes.
Oh, airplane.
a Dodge,
A mansion.
Dodge Charger, Hellcat, Red Eye,
A
wide body.
How about
A car.
no, but a
A
plane
private
is
jet.
still funner.
A private jet.
Okay.
An island.
Okay.
What? Okay, that is too big.
It is.
Alaska. An animal.
The moon.
An animal. A tiger.
An alien.
Monkey.
It's very interesting to hear what you guys are saying. Completely different than my other classes. What did you say?
What did they say?
First period.
By the whole school.
First period was all about the gaming stations. So we did like all these things about gaming stations. And then
Private plane.
Gaming stations or gaming consoles?
whatever. Okay, whatever. It is what it is.
A
Miss
gaming
Lomelli
center.
knows what she's talking about. She's a gamer.
I'm a total gamer, you know. I'm the one you want to be, you know, you want to be in my group. What is it called when you invite other people? Isn't there like a
squad.
squad? Is it called a squad? All right.
No,
Oh,
it was 31,995.
cool. We're gonna go with that because we're gonna use a calculator, so we're good. If we didn't use a calculator, we would be rounding. But since we're using a
There you go,
calculator,
Shana.
we'll go with that. Okay, we're going to. It's on sale for 20%
For 20% off.
off. All right. So step number 1, we're gonna take our price of $31,995 and we're gonna multiply it by the percent written as a decimal. So 20% would be
0.2.
Yep, 0.2. Then we grab our calculators, plug it in. It's going to be a kind of weird number because this is a weird number, 31,995 times 0.2. Oh, not super weird. $6,399. Wow, I'm going to save that much money. I'm going to save $6,000. Pay the gas. Can you guys see my writing? Can you guys see my notebook?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's gas for the whole month.
Probably for the whole year. I doubt you're going to be spending $6,000 on gas.
Depends where you're going.
Still.
And depends the miles per gallon on the car.
100%. I'm like at 16, which is terrible. All right. 6,999.
Wait, 16 for your personal car?
Yeah, I get 16 miles per gallon because I only do streets. It's terrible.
On street or on highway?
Well, I don't usually go on the highway, so I'm averaging 16, 17, 18 on a good week. All right.
18
So,
on a good week.
31,909 and sorry, let me say this correctly because I'm a math teacher. 31,995 minus $6,399. So this car is going to cost me $25,596. That's my new price. That's my new price.
Miss Melly,
Yes.
how come on the cameras, like on the phone, there's like a little red light, like where the camera is?
So it's trying to see my face. Like it's trying to do the you know how this you can open your phone just by your
Face
face.
ID? Face ID?
Yes, face ID. Yes, face ID.
No, but like on cameras, it like on the top, it always shows like a red light,
Yeah.
like a flashing red light.
Yeah, it's trying to recognize your face. It's like I've been in situations where my phone's open and I'm surfing the internet and that little light's going off and I'm like, why are you looking at me? You know, it's Big Brother over
It's
here.
the government spying on you.
Maybe. All right. So a lot of my kids last period were talking about PlayStation.
What are you doing, Miss Lameli?
I don't know. I don't know. Careful what you Google.
On to you.
Right? So I was completely shocked at the cost of these PC things, on PC gaming. I was just like, what? I was like, why are these so expensive?
But which ones? I see like top notch.
Which type do you have,
or like
Miss Lameli?
okay one?
I mean, hold on. Hold on. Okay. I learned a lot first and second period. I learned about like GTX. Is that what they're called? GTX, like the video cards and like how you like these. This will cost $1,000, and it doesn't even have a monitor. It doesn't have like a mouse. By the way, this $8 mouse that I bought at Target, the best thing I bought this whole year.
And you get like a $200 mouse. It does like the same thing. An extra button that does nothing.
Exactly, but all because it has these beautiful little neon colors, right?
Brand.
So I was shocked to see like, and these kids were telling me how like you build it, like you buy it, but then you still like install like these other things that go into it, and I was just like,
Are we doing any more problems, or we're just taking pictures of the notes now?
oh no, we're I'm picking a problem we're gonna do. Instead of telling you, like I'm showing you. Am I showing you? Are you guys Sorry, are you guys seeing?
Yeah, we can see your notebook.
No, sorry. No wonder. I was surfing this. I thought you guys were watching me surf this. So here's $1,000 for this gaming system tower. It's just the tower, and you still gotta buy all the other stuff. So I mean, some people pay this for rent. Crazy how expensive these things are. But we're gonna buy one. So we're gonna buy.
Wait, actually, or just for the problem?
Huh?
Actually, or just for the problem?
Everybody send me $20 so I can buy this for myself.
Okay.
Okay, here.
Well,
Let
we
me,
gotta go over to your house. And
Yeah.
you gotta let us play it.
yeah, for sure. Let me put it. Let me put my address in the chat, and then you guys all or PayPal. Yeah, totally. Or
And
Venmo.
then when we go back to school, we can
So you have
set
to
it up,
have-
and then we each get like half an hour playing.
Yeah.
Each get,
yeah.
Totally.
You have to have more
For
than
lunch.
50 people
And then-
in the class.
Yeah.
And then we could have
Yeah, you have to have
tournaments
more
of
than 50
who's
people
the
in the
best
class
player.
To do that.
Mhm.
We could have tournaments of who's the best player. We could do it in the big arena.
Exactly. Exactly. I like your thinking, guys. All right, so let's go back. So we're gonna do this one. It's $1,449. Whoa. All right, let me go back to my notebook. I can write this down. Whew. So the PC costs $1,449.99. And we're gonna say that it is on sale. Can you guys mute yourselves, please? Sale for let's say 15% off. Okay, 15% off. So let's do it. I don't play any games. I pretend to be a gamer, but I'm not. I don't have time for that. I gotta like plan what I'm gonna teach you. All right, let's type this into our calculator. $1,449.99 for this PC. 1,449.99 times 0.15. Ooh, 217.4985. Okay, so here we have to round. So what does the 8 tell the 9 to do? To go up or stay the same?
Go up.
Go up. So the 9 becomes a 10, right? So 0 carry the 1. So that becomes a
5.
5.712. So this is what we call rounding to the nearest penny, rounding. Okay, so when you have a problem, you end up with a bunch of numbers after the penny. Well, we got to round to the nearest penny. So the 8 told the 9 to go up, which becomes a 10, but we have to carry the 1. So this is how much you're going to save. So I'm going to save $217.50. Fantastic. So step number 2, $1,449.99 minus 217 with 50 cents. Here, I want you to make sure you line up your decimals. Okay, it's very important. Even though we're doing it on a calculator, you still want to line up everything. All right, let's do this. 1,449.99 minus 217.50. 1,000.
12,032.49.
No, not 12,000.
Oh, is it 1,232?
Yep, $1,232.49. That's how much you're going to. That's the new price. You're gonna spend over $1,000 on just the tower. Oh my! And I know some of you, that's your goal. You're saving up. You want to build your own PC, which is fantastic for you guys to have that. Like that's pretty cool. I was very impressed with the conversations I was having with my students today about this. So cool. All right, kids.